Okay.
Hello everybody and welcome back to JoyClicks. My name is Christian and today we're talking about a little bit of leaky news. Star Wars Celebration is this weekend and we got our first look at episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, which looks fantastic in my own personal opinion. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today is going to be outdated by tomorrow, most likely, because tomorrow we get our first look at Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the next Star Wars video game brought to us by Respawn and a very talented team of developers. So we have a potential leak posted on Reset Era, deleted from Reset Era, compiled on Reddit. Now, I'll link to this down below if you would like to read through it. It is from user Schrodinger's Witcher on r/Star Wars Leaks. But we have some details about the story of the game, what the game will most likely be like. So let's get right into it. The rumor says that it is canon and has a better and more impressive story than Battlefront 2. There's a backpack companion droid, which we could most likely see in the image that was released through Amazon. They compared the gameplay to Dark Souls. Being good at parrying like in Sekiro will help you, and you'll really feel like a Jedi, which is actually fantastic news for me personally. I'm playing through Sekiro right now, and playing that game, the way sword fighting works, the way you have to parry everything and be so precise with your input, I really wanted a Star Wars game. My friend is playing it on PC. I asked him to look if there was a lightsaber mod. I think he found one. But if combat and the way you actually interact with enemies in this game is anywhere close to something like Sekiro or Dark Souls, I'll be very pleased. Moving on, you go from planet to planet. It's not a completely linear game, but it's not fully open world. You get to explore areas as you progress through the narrative of the game. And similar to something like a Batman Arkham, you will be gaining new abilities, new equipment from different environments as you progress. And personally, I am all for a more linear Star Wars game. I feel like linear games are few and far between now. Not everything has to be an open world, but seeing open world aspects would be appreciated. I think something like The Lost Legacy from Uncharted and Naughty Dog handled that sort of approach well, so if Star Wars does something like that, I would be all for it. The rumor is also claiming that wall running and parkour is hinted at, so it's really going for the prequel era Jedi vibe, which goes into the next bullet point, that it will aesthetically resemble Rogue One and Star Wars Solo, because it's going to have the bridging of Episode 3 and Episode 4. That's the time period that we're exploring here. Another interesting fact that I feel like I've read in a few other places over the past few weeks about Fallen Order is the fact that Respawn is not using Frostbite for this game, which is puzzling to some. Some people doubt the validity of that rumor and could toss this entire sheet of rumors aside because it's claiming this, since EA is infamous for enforcing their games to be developed through Frostbite. From what the public knows about developers behind the scenes, Frostbite is really only best optimized to be used for shooters, so maybe getting the chance to use Unreal Engine was a call by Respawn, since Respawn was doing so well and progressing so fast on their Star Wars game, as we learned from Jason Schreier's write-up about the closing of Visceral and the failure of their Star Wars project. Maybe Unreal Engine has helped them with that, and that's why they're in the position they're in right now. The post is also claiming that it is single player only and much longer than 5 hours, again drawing comparisons to campaigns from previous Star Wars games published by EA, specifically Battlefront 2, and people thinking that EA will not, in their right mind, put out a single player only Star Wars game, but it sounds like they are. Moving on, they claim that there is no character creator. You play as a characterized male protagonist, and that Fallen Order will expand the Star Wars lore, touch on things we previously knew about, things we didn't know about, and bring in characters and planets that we may have seen in other places, or may be seeing for the first time. The post is claiming that there may or may not be microtransactions, but the poster originally on Reset Era said that those would not hinder your experience if they were in the game. So I can only draw that comparison to something like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which hid its microtransactions deep in menus. They were not egregious, they were not shouting in your face the entire time. So if they take that approach, I personally won't mind. I didn't even really mind them in Battlefront 2 all that much. So again, take everything with a grain of salt, but I'm very excited to see if any of this comes into fruition when we see Fallen Order for the first time tomorrow. Personally, I'm curious about all of this. This was posted 2 days ago as of recording, and as we saw yesterday, that is when the poster leaked on Amazon, and we saw the Jedi and the small droid. So maybe that can add some validity to all of this, but who knows. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I love Respawn, and I'm so hopeful for this. It's very nice to be excited about Star Wars, and hopefully we get something of substance tomorrow during Star Wars Celebration, hopefully beyond just a teaser trailer. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this rumor. Do you think it's true? Do you like what this is saying? Are you more or less excited for Fallen Order hearing this? Or what do you think about the Rise of Skywalker trailer? I'm curious. I'm down to talk Star Wars, so let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to JoyClicks so you don't miss any Star Wars gaming content in the future. But until next time, good vibes and good game.